So today I'm gonna be telling you how to simplify expression. This is an expression because it has no equal sign. So now this is gonna be very simple. Let me explain something before we get into the video. So the expression is gonna be there's gonna be a number here and number here. So this one will be the common side. This I'm gonna write simplified expression. Now this one is for the common factor. The common factor. There are different methods, but let's start with this method. So we're gonna be writing the common numbers or variables of both terms from this term and this term, the common here, and then we're gonna be writing what's left here. Okay. Now let's get into it. So you have to first find the highest common factor of this term and this term. Then you write it on the left side. So let's start with the numbers, the coefficient. So you can see in this term we have 8, this term we have 16. So what's the highest common factor between 8 and 16? What's the highest number that can get into 8 and 16? The number will be 8. So you write 8 because it's common. Okay, then between x to the power of 3 and x to the power of 2, which is the highest thing that can get into x squared and x3? The highest will be x squared, because x squared can get here and here. And then the highest that can get into this term here. And for y, y can get here and here. So this will be the highest common factor of both of these terms. Then after what we do, after getting the highest common factor, because we found out that what's the highest common factor between 8 and 16, we got it, was the same between x and 3. X2 is both here, y is both here, so we write what's common on the left side. Then in the middle we're going to divide what's on the left side that we found with the expression above. So let's do it now. In expression, I'm going to show you the second example, but in expression, when let's say it's here, we divide, as I said, we divide this by this. We divide the expression by our common factor. So when we divide 8 by 8, we don't write 1. We only write 1 when, let's say, this was ax squared y. This side was ax squared y. When this thing cancels the whole expression, then we write y. But when it only cancels one part of the expression, we don't write it out. But I'll explain further. So it's gonna be 8 divided by 8. It cancels each other out, so we don't write it. X to the power of 3 divided by x to the power of 2. We know when we have the loss of exponents, when we have a power with the same base, what do? We actually minus. So this will be x. If you know the law of exponents, go and watch my video so you can understand it. And then we divide y to the power of 4 divided by y. It will be y3 minus or you can say negative 16, but minus 8 divided by 16 divided by 8, it will be 2. X squared and x squared, they cancel each other out. Y and y cancel each other out. So this will be our final expression, ladies and gentlemen. So I repeat, as you can see, this the 8 cancels the 8, but it does not cancel the 8 and 8 here, as so they cancel each other out. But I'm not gonna write 1 because it does not cancel the whole term out, and here it does not cancel the whole term out. So it only cancels x squared and x squared. So that's why we don't write 1, but we actually don't write it at all. Now let me give you another example. Now in this example, as I said, on the left we write what's common. So the highest common factor, the highest common factor of these two terms. Don't forget, this is a term and this is a term, and they're separated by this. Okay. So we write what's common. Let's look what's the highest common factor between 8 and 16. It's 8. Between x squared and x4, it's x squared. X squared is common. X squared can get in here and here. We can find x squared here and here. And then y to the power of 8 and y to the power of 16. The common thing is y to the power of 8. We can find y to the power of 8 inside here and inside here. Okay, So we find what's common, then in the brackets we divide this, the factor, the question or the factor, the top question, this thing, by our common factor, okay, of the two expressions. So we do 8 divided by 8, they cancel each other out, x squared, so you don't write it, then we say x squared and divided by x squared, they cancel each other out, we don't write it. Y 8 y to the power of 8 divided by y to the power of 8, they cancel each other out, we don't write it. So since, as I said, when the whole term gets cancelled out by the common side, that's when we write 1. You remember last time we did not write 1 because only 8 and 8 cancelled each other, but not everything. But now since here the whole term is being cancelled out, is being divided, we write 1. That's when we write 1, when the whole term is being cancelled out, not only when one number of the term is being cancelled out. That's when we write 1. Okay, minus 16 divided by 8 will be 2, x to the power of 4 divided by x to the power of 2 will be x to the power of 2, y 16 divided by y to the power of 16 divided by y to the power of 8 will be y to the power of 2. So that's a ladies and gentlemen. So this one is the most basic method. Just don't forget. Just if you know this one, then the other ones, which I'm gonna upload the videos very soon, the other ones are gonna be very simple. So you got, this will be expression. So you put what's common, find the common between the two terms. There's gonna be two terms in your expression, separated by a sign. Don't forget. And then you're gonna put the common factor, common sides here, and then in the brackets you're gonna divide this by this to get the info here. And then when, let's say, you divide 8 by 8, you don't write the 8 out because the 8 cancel each other. As I said, I showed you when do you write 1 and when you don't write 1. So please guys, I hope this lesson is easy. This is the most this is called the common factor method of factorizing. Common factor method. We're gonna be using it a lot, especially in other things, in like other methods of factorizing. This is gonna be very useful, so learn it. Please, thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe, and peace.